Let's get it.
Hey guys, welcome to this week's episode of TC Realty's Nonsense Podcast. I'm your host, Tom Chamberlain, with my co-host, Kevin Holby. Kevin, what's up, dude?
I really enjoyed the 5 minutes prior to this, listening to Crystal absolutely crush your decorations down here.
That's what she does.
Yeah, so that was very much enjoyable.
So he kind of just told you all who our guest is this week. So the next few weeks, what we're going to do is kind of feature a couple of our agents. So we have Crystal on this week, so Crystal can talk about,
She come out firing.
She did come out firing. So be the last time I give you your ability.
Right.
I know, right?
But we're going to talk to a couple agents in the next few weeks here just to kind of see where they're at and what they're enjoying about real estate, what they're not enjoying about real estate, because we all know that it's not a party all the time.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's boring. Sometimes it's hard. Yeah. Sometimes it's, nothing going on. Sometimes it's just great. Mm-hmm. So, Crystal?
Yes.
You were at another brokerage before you came to me.
I was.
So tell me, in the time you've been here, because you were on the podcast early when you first joined, what have you seen that, and I want you, don't hold anything back, I want you to tell me what you like and what you dislike compared to the last brokerage you were at. And we're not listing the name.
Right.
Just out of respect.
Yeah. So, the most from my standpoint, just, having a very involved broker, that's been a big difference.
Involved in a good way or bad way?
Involved in a good way.
Don't ask me that question.
Right.
So, and I kind of mentioned this before, when I came, I was at a large brokerage where there just wasn't any, from any leadership. You never got any, hey, how are you doing? I want to help you out. Nothing like that. So that's something that is very refreshing here. We feel, I think many other agents I've talked to that are also new and upcoming, they all share the same thing as far as, you were there for us. You ask us what's going on. Do we need any help? And
I try to
whether
do it,
we do or not, it's just nice. It's refreshing to.
I try to do it in a way where I'm not micromanaging anybody.
Exactly.
But I still want the agents to know that I'm here for them. If they need help, just checking in. And I'll check in, and it's not even real estate related. How's the kids? How's the wife? How's the husband? You know what I mean?
Right.
Just let them know that I am here for them. And, I'll be there if they need something in the future.
Yeah.
So other than the support system, what do you think?
I think it's just been a great change. I like the sense of community. I love that all the agents, we have these monthly meetings. Everybody feels connected.
They're so laid back, too.
Yeah, exactly. But I really do enjoy it here. So
good. I'm glad to hear that. So on a different topic is, where do you see the real estate market is right now compared to where you think it's going here in the near future?
Well,
because you've got quite a few years in with your license.
I do.
So you've seen some ups and downs. You've seen the COVID years. You've seen all that
right
stuff.
now, it's kind of one of those things where I'm waiting to see what's going to happen. Obviously, everybody's saying that the interest rates are just going to kind of stay still. They might come down a little bit, but not enough to make everybody, go out crazy buying homes. But we're still busy. And so that gives me hope that, there are buyers out there. It's just got to be the right buyer. And I think that there are a lot of people who maybe were waiting to buy a home because they thought, oh, it's just, in a minute, the interest rates are going to go low again and we're going to rent out and buy our house. Well, that's not happening.
Yeah.
So maybe now they're going to say, hey, I'm going to get out there and buy a house and stop waiting.
Kevin, do you think people are still hoping that the COVID rates will come back? You think some people are still like, well, I'm waiting for these 3%?
I think you hear it I hear it more from like parents who have 2.6 or 3%, and then their kids are now young home buyers. And they're like, well, I've told them I've got 3%.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's not going to be a thing anymore. And
no, that was a fluke to begin with.
Well, it was, and if you cashed in on it, good for you.
Right.
Most of us did. But if you're telling your kids, hold off until 4% comes back, keep paying $1,800 a month in rent,
Right.
you're giving them bad financial
and
advice.
building somebody else's wealth.
Right. And if you're waiting, there's actually, you can do this on, I don't have it with me, obviously, but people are like, well, I'm going to wait for the interest rate to drop a half point. Mm-hmm. Well, if the house goes up even $10,000,
there goes your half
and
point.
you dropped it a half point, it doesn't.
Yeah, you're still back where you're at.
You didn't gain a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Because there's I always tell people, make extra payments, and then your interest rate's not what your interest rate. It is.
But you're paying it off in 15 years.
It doesn't
versus
affect
30.
you as much as, doing whatever. I said, just make one
And the
payment
thing
a year.
is, bite the bullet, start building your own equity.
Mm-hmm.
And then when the rates do drop to, low sixes, high fives, refinance.
Refinance.
How much interest rate is rent again?
100%.
100%. Is that better than 7%?
I wouldn't think so.
I
would take 7 over 100. Unless you're talking about dollars, then I want $100 and you
Right.
keep the 7.
I only made it to Algebra 2, but
Miss
I
Khan?
yes. And she said I'm never going to make it to Algebra 3 if there
Yep.
was one. But 100% cannot be better than 7% when it comes to interest.
No, it's just, get in the house that you really love, that you really like, that you could see building a family there or building memories there, and then refi when the rates do something.
Right.
I still think they're going to go down. I was reading an article today from the notorious NAR, my arch enemy.
Oh my gosh.
That they think that the market is swinging more for the buyers now versus the sellers, and unfortunately, I have to agree with them. I don't
Yeah.
like agreeing with them on anything,
Right.
but I think it is kind of our inventory is kind of climbing, so it is giving buyers more options. Remember, 6 months ago?
Oh, yeah.
You had one house to pick from, in the price range of their wants and needs. Now you might have 3.
Right.
So, I think it is kind of that pendulum's kind of swinging towards the buyers a little more.
I've been noticing a lot of price drops.
Yeah, and that's a key way to look at it. When you start seeing everybody price drop, okay, so a lot of that's the agent's fault.
Right.
And I'm sorry, but it is because, and sometimes it's not their fault because the client wants what the client wants.
Right.
And we work for the client, and we do whatever we can to make them happy. But the agent's thinking, or sometimes the agent's like, well, we're going to try to list it really high and hope we sell it. They make more money and the agent makes more money. Mm-hmm. Well, if it don't sell immediately, then it's on the market 33 to 40 days.
Yeah.
What's wrong with that house?
And how many agents do we know, we won't name, that will go in there and overprice your house to get the listing?
Yeah. Do what you want.
They go
I
in
might
there-
have 3 or 4 in my brokerage.
They go in there and they're going to list it. They're going to go in there and, sell it as, I'll list it for.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I've lost listings to that.
And I've told
And I'm
people,
okay with that.
I've told people they've been like, well, this agent said it's $425, and I'm sitting there on $385, and I'm like, I won't list it for $425.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a waste of time.
Well, it makes the agent look like they didn't know what they were doing.
Right.
Like they didn't know how to comp the house out. And no agent wants that.
Right.
And then it also makes potential buyers look at that house. Because when I see a house on the market, it's been on the market 45 days, 50 days, I'm like, what's going on here?
Let's go in there and offer lower.
Exactly.
We're going to do that.
Yeah. I've just gone through a couple of those, I got to tell this story right here real quick. So I have a house on Man Select that I've had it on the market for a long time. And it's a very, very nice house. So it's listed at 409. So we get an offer. It comes in at 360.
Okay.
So we're talking almost $50,000 difference.
And you said a long time. How long?
10 months.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, long time. And there's no rhyme or reason really.
Yeah.
Other than it being in the floodplain, it's in Fairdale, but the house is perfect in every way.
Right.
We're priced where we need to be, comparable to comps that have sold in the last 6 months, 8 months surrounding. So it comes in at 360. So I call my sellers. I'm like, look, we're not getting a whole lot of action, but we do have an offer at 360. It's very low. What's your thoughts on this? So they're like, well, we can't do 360. I'm like, well, I know. What do you want to counter
Yeah.
back
You
at?
want to play ball. Yeah.
So seller says, we could go as low as 370, but we can't drop a penny below 370. I'm like, okay, we're $10,000 off. So they're willing to come down almost $40,000. So I think we're going to be able to put a deal together here.
Right.
So I call the other agent. I'm like, look, my folks can't do 360, but they'll do 370, and that's their bottom line. They cannot go a penny less than that. Okay, great. Sends an offer for 365. I'm like,
Oh, no.
didn't we just have this conversation? So doing my fiduciary duties, I present it to my seller.
Right.
My seller goes crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Is upset.
Well, they're just telling you, look, this is,
So the seller said, we're not responding to this offer.
That's too bad.
We're not responding to it. We're done with it.
Yeah,
I'm
I
like,
don't blame them.
Okay, fair enough. I tell her, hey, they're not responding. We're done.
Let me guess. Oh, whoa, whoa.
No. She was like, okay, great, thanks.
Damn.
Next day, well, then she said, well, what does it take to buy the house? So my seller says $385 now.
Yeah, really.
And so I tell her $385. Probably should have jumped on at $370. And she's like, okay, thanks. Next day, she texts me and says, hey, after consideration, my client's willing to go $385. So basically what you did just cost your client a bunch of money because they could have had it at $370.
Wow.
Over trying to nitpick $5,000.
Yep.
So does that make any sense?
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Yeah. I mean,
Doesn't know how to negotiate. That's for sure.
well, the
You
agent
screwed your client.
The agent said, I'm pretty new at this, but this is how my broker told me to handle it.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Call your
Okay.
bluff is what he said.
Yeah.
If I'm already $40,000 under list,
Yeah.
I'm not calling bluff on $5,000.
Right.
If someone tells me, because 370, when they said we won't take $1 into 370, that is $39,000 under listing.
And my client truly meant this, and I truly explained that to the other agent. They will not move under that dollar amount.
Right.
And
So-
she comes back at 365.
So basically, they're sitting there going, well, if they'll drop 39, they'll drop 44.
Right.
Yeah, they'll take a couple.
Is
more
essentially how
thousand.
that
Yeah.
conversation went. I'd have been like,
I would like no.
Take
You
it and
need
run.
to-
We got a great deal here.
how quick can you sign this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, and then turn around. Now it costs you $385.
Mm-hmm.
The art of negotiation.
That's why I'm the master.
Right.
We're learning from the best. You see this, right?
That fell right in your lap.
Well, sometimes they do. Mm-hmm. So, Crystal, what else do you have going on in your real estate life? You're doing some work for me.
I am. I'm trying to do some lead work
Mm-hmm.
for you, get some things going on for some other agents, and we're working on those, trying to get that
Leads
done.
are tough.
They are. It's
People
been
hit that button after they had 3 bourbons
well,
and
yeah.
didn't mean to hit that button.
And you'd be surprised at how many come through and they're like, I didn't even put anything in there. And how dare you call me? And like, well, I've got your name,
You
your
had to
email,
put all your
phone
information.
number.
I think you're.
You did,
They think you're spamming them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, no, but we've got some things going.
Yep.
We're about to have a closing coming up.
Yep, we got a couple of them coming
yep.
up. Lisa's under contract with one. and
Yep,
Lisa's
Trevor, yep.
Lisa's our guest next week.
Okay.
So yeah, it's going to be it's starting to roll around.
Yep.
Things are starting to pick up.
I've got somebody, they're, just got pre-approved with mortgage right. So we're
appreciate
working
that.
on that. Yeah. And then just trying to stay afloat.
Yeah,
make
that's all
things
you can
work,
do.
Leads are tough, man. Especially when you
They're
get them
brutal.
off. When you get them off Realtor. I had a theory like if I could close 1 out of 20, I was happy.
Yeah,
Right.
I mean it's a tough gig. It really is. But back to the art of negotiation and how good I am at it.
Right.
I was able to negotiate with Realtor.com quite a bit to get my leads down a little bit more because I took so many,
Yeah.
and I see them come through like you do, so I know we're getting quite a few leads, and it's just the fact of getting people to call you back and getting other agents. This is for the other agents out there. Quit being stupid and hitting the Realtor.com
Yeah.
button.
We've had a few of those. Yeah.
Quit being stupid. Don't be an
You
idiot.
got agents requesting info that way?
Yes.
Yes.
Instead of seeing who the listing agent is and calling them. They'll hit Realtor.com and be like,
Why are they on Realtor.com looking for houses?
Got me.
because they probably didn't pay
Now,
their
a few
MLS
of
fees.
them, a few of them have been like a Bardstown lead, where they're not looking up the Bardstown agent. They're not looking up. It's not on our MLS possibly. So then they're just clicking, right? Well, yeah, that's
Because my clients, like clients we live in a world where they can find their own house if they want to. Sure. We help them.
Yeah.
But it's always nice when they
Finding
send
the
you
house is the easy part. It's
Right.
negotiating from there on out and making sure you're doing all the paperwork
keeping everything
correctly.
together. Yeah.
Yeah, they'll send me something on Realtor, but I'm always like, be careful when you send it to me.
But when they send it to you, you always see my picture on it.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah. The preferred seller that you paid for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I had a lead come through that, and it was another agent saying, "I just wanted to see how this works." I'm like, "Really?
Mm-hmm.
Really? Are you that stupid?"
Yeah. Well,
I mean, just be smart about it, agents. That cost me a lead because you're an idiot.
That's probably why they did it.
Probably.
Maybe they're genius and they're like, you know what? I'm getting ready to eat up one of his leads.
Well,
You can call Realtor and tell them what happened.
Yeah,
and
I already done.
They'll put it back.
yeah, I already done that. Okay, so we're going to take our first break, and when we come back, Kevin, after he gets through his coughing fit here, we're going to have him do his nonsense portion with me and Crystal. So stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Yeah, cough drop.
Are you ready to turn your home ownership dreams into reality? At Mortgage Right, we make the mortgage process easy and stress-free. Mortgage Right NMLS 2239 is an equal housing lender licensed in Kentucky under NMLS 13526. Loan approvals are subject to credit and underwriting standards. Rates and terms are subject to change. Call today at 502-741-4612 or visit us online at www.louisville.mortgageright.com. With Mortgage Right, you're not just getting a loan, you're getting it right. Hey guys, welcome back to TC Realty's Nonsense Podcast. And before we get into the nonsense portion, did you look up? Did you look up? Kevin
I'm trying to figure out where to look
2.0 just got on our rear ends because
we weren't looking in the right place.
Yeah. I mean,
But like I said, if you had a camera back here, you would see there's 3 cameras. Mm-hmm. So I don't know which one I'm supposed to look at because he bounces back and forth. So just look up.
just look up because I don't want to get yelled at by Kevin.
Right. I don't want to do that either. So I'm not even going to look at my laptop.
Right. So before we get into the nonsense portion, just remember you can follow us and hear the podcast on, all the good stuff, Apple, the
YouTube and
Yeah, find us on
YouTube.
YouTube. We're
Yeah.
trying to get our stream going.
Yeah, trying to get that out. And Kevin 2.0 is posting those on YouTube. So make sure you go follow that, subscribe to that, and you can also find TC Realty and Mortgage Right through all the normal social media posts. So just go check those out. So I'm going to turn it over to Kev right now. He's got the nonsense portion.
Are you going to talk about your recent purchase now, or are you going to wait till later to kind of put that out
What
there?
purchase?
The big purchase you just made for your football, basketball.
No, I'm not. It's top secret.
Okay. Just leave it there.
dang, I need to know about this.
I just
Why do you
shouldn't
have
ask
to
you
bring
that.
my
Don't
personal
tell him
business?
anything.
because I know you're going to do some stuff with it. So I thought you might want to. But
I'm going to do some stuff with it,
just
all
leave
right.
That's fine.
I mean, why would you bring my personal stuff into
put
this,
it.
man?
We'll put it out later because that's all you talk about, your personal stuff.
No, I don't. I got a lot of personal shit I'll tell you about.
Oh my god.
Anyway, speaking of your personal stuff,
Right.
I do want to get in your trip to Vegas. So you ever been to Vegas?
Oh yeah. Uh-huh.
Did you ever been to the Spear?
No, it's not the spear. It's not a pickle spear. It is the
The
sphere.
sphere.
There's no F in it.
PH.
That's not.
It is.
The pH, yeah, that makes
It-
a F
yeah.
sound.
Yeah.
I think
Most
we
people
You
learned
kind of
that
look silly just saying that.
first grade or something.
Like the
And
pH,
his wife's a teacher.
like the phone. I get it, like doing a phone, but not on
Right.
Spear. It's
Yeah.
Spear.
It's not a pickle spear.
It's easier that
It's
way.
not a spear I'm going to throw at you.
Yeah, most people say it. That
No,
way.
no.
The
No, no.
spear.
You're
I've
the
not
only
been
one.
recently. Okay, so it's been many years since I went to Vegas.
So for my birthday, some friends and Beth got some tickets to the Sphere to see the Eagles. That was
Yes,
absolutely
that was very exciting. That's cool.
amazing. Vegas hasn't changed in probably 50 years. It's still the same
And
Vegas.
Vegas has always been the same. Now it's just got that big eye in the middle of it. What is that? Where they put that? You ever seen when they put the big eye on it?
Yeah, on the
Oh,
Sphere.
yeah.
Yeah,
Put it on the
Yeah.
eyeball.
But we stayed in downtown Vegas on Fremont Street. Nothing's changed down there except for now you're allowed to smoke pot in public. So there was clouds everywhere.
Yeah.
So I did see 2 nuns walking, and I'm thinking, why are there nuns down here? And then she pulls out her breast. So they wasn't real nuns.
Oh, that's hilarious.
May have been.
I wouldn't think so.
Vegas. Vegas nuns
What
are a
stays
different
in
breed.
Vegas? What happens in
The Pope would frown on the nuns doing
Vegas,
that.
but nuns are a totally different deal.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I seen
So-
2 nuns walking, and they were older, and I'm thinking, what? I mean, maybe they're down here praying for somebody, or whatever the case may be, or maybe it's kind of a little mission trip for them or something. But all
A
of a
mission
sudden,
trip to Vegas?
yeah,
Is
she's-
that where they all
well,
go?
to try to save somebody's soul.
Fremont Street?
Yeah, try to save somebody's soul. And the
Speaking
next
of-
thing you know, she pulls out her boob. I'm like, she's
You're
not
like,
a real
wait
nun.
a minute. No.
She's definitely not a real nun.
Did you pull yours out in return?
Yes.
No,
We matched.
I've got to be real careful because I actually have a nun in my family.
Yeah. So it was odd, but we had a
I'm
wonderful
gonna ask
time.
her what she thinks about that.
Yeah.
Does she take mission trips down to Vegas?
Right to Fremont Street.
Is the guy still down there that you can kick in the groin for $20?
He was not there the whole weekend, dude. I was going to spend $100.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
There was.
I looked for him everywhere. I asked people. I asked the nun.
Have y'all ever seen this guy? Either one of you?
No.
He just stands there. He has no cup on. He has no nothing. And it used to be $5. He probably costs us like $20 now. And he just stands there, and you just kick him right between the legs,
As hard as you
as
can.
hard as you can.
For $5.
Yeah,
Wow.
I was going to drop him 100 and just kick till I got tired.
yeah.
Wow. You got some pent up anger.
No, I just want to see the guy. Be like, how's this even happen?
Let's give it a Kevin.
Kevin, I'll give you
Stand-
5. Stand over here, 2.0. 500? I'm still in.
Right. That might be a podcast on its own. Everybody shows up, just kicks them in the groin. But the spear is
Close.
pretty cool.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's like you're
You been to it?
No.
No.
You're sitting there, and it's it's all LEDs, and it looks like the ocean is there, and a flag's moving, and it looks so realistic. You're like you're outside in the Air Corps amphitheater, but on a massive. It holds 20,000 people.
You know what? My birthday's coming up.
Is it good?
Yeah, March 30th.
Yeah,
I think
that's cool.
that you should take us there. We can all see it.
Business
Oh.
trip.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah, business.
Write it off.
You all go and let me know how it is.
Yeah, we could do that too.
Yeah. So Vince Gill's playing with the Eagles now, and it was amazing.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it was.
Okay.
It was. I mean, they can play their number 1 hits for 5 hours long if they wanted to.
Yeah.
But it was just truly
That's
amazing.
a neat birthday, though.
Are the Eagles themselves any good, or is it just are they still good?
Yes,
Are
they're
they?
still really good.
Because they got to be what, late 70s?
Yes, they are. I think one of them's 82.
I find that, like, the people, if you got a good band, those guys, they can just play forever, right?
Yeah.
But then, like, when I went to see Stevie Nicks and she's twirling on the stage,
She's
and
not
all,
the
and I'm
young
like,
tweet
it's just
Stevie
not
Nicks
the
no more.
same
Yeah.
anymore, you know?
Who was it that
I
got
love her, though.
Who was it that got all Axl Rose? Was it him? Who was it that got, like, huge? He actually toured with AC/DC for a little while when Brian Johnson went deaf.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yes.
don't know.
I don't know who that is.
You don't know who Axl Rose is?
Yeah, I know who Axl Rose
Oh,
is. I mean,
yeah.
I didn't know if that's you
I
were
think-
asking me. Was it Axl Rose?
I don't
think
know
it
who
was.
toured with them.
I think it was, but he, like, was falling off the stage and stuff because he got real terrible.
Huh.
Yeah. 'Cause he
Terrible, like drunk or?
he gained about 200 pounds.
Oh, good.
Oh, you'll have to look it up.
Yeah, I'll check it out. Never.
Yeah, it was bad. So, well, good. You going back?
I don't know. I got my feel of it. Maybe a couple years.
Vegas is about a 3 or 4 day trip.
I can't do no more
Yeah.
than 4 because I get to where I want to start punching people.
Yeah. Well,
Did you come out a winner?
I did.
You did?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. Vegas was good to me.
I
Okay,
broke.
well, that's good.
I broke even one year.
That's a win.
Yeah. So,
Oh, I always say.
2.0. You ever been to
good.
Vegas? Whew. You'd never come home. You wouldn't believe how many Smirnoff ices they have out
oh, they got Smirnoff ices everywhere. People just closing deals and
Mm-hmm.
popping tops. It's a big thing. Oh, good. So I got your next adventure for you.
there. Oh, okay. I'm always up for adventure. Actually, I leave in 2 weeks, but go ahead.
Are you
Squeeze
gonna
this in.
Are you gonna do this? Katy Perry and Gail King.
I'm already out.
And Gail King.
I'm out
Right.
when you said Gail King.
Those two are going up in space with Jeff in one of those
Bezos.
Jeff Bezos things. But here's the thing: it's flown remotely, no pilot. Takes you up, out into space. You go right on the edge of space.
Mm-hmm.
You're up there till you lose gravity, and then you parachute back down.
Not in
If you're given a free ride, you're doing it.
not with those two.
I'm not asking you to go get in there with Gail King and Whoopi Goldberg.
Oh, that would never. Yeah, I'd get in there.
I'm saying
I'd be the only one
they
coming
call-
out of it.
If you can go, you and take
You
whoever
and-
you want.
I would do it.
Yeah.
I would do it just to see. I mean, that would be cool to be up there above.
So wait, you said you had to skydive back in?
No, you go up.
Okay,
There's no
okay.
pilot that brings it
Okay.
back. It goes up. It's over the ocean,
pod,
whatever.
the pod parachutes back
And then
down.
it comes in, then you parachute back down.
But are they as good as Elon, where they land it back in the same spot?
I don't know if they
I
do
doubt
that
it.
or not.
I don't know.
I would do that. Would you?
I don't know.
I mean, just be able to see space.
Falling back to the ocean or whatever.
Yeah, you're not falling probably that fast.
It's the going off the straight. I mean, I don't know. Ever since that dude went down in that submarine and it exploded, I'm like, why are people experimenting with stuff like this anymore?
Well, we've been doing this for since the '60s.
Yeah, but not in Jeff Bezos's.
No, it's probably safer than
Rocket ship.
what NASA's got.
Probably.
He's got more money than NASA.
Probably because even though they have all these people, it's NASA people that kind of
Design.
they do most of the work and all that stuff.
I would try it. I mean, it can't be a long flight, is it? I mean,
I don't think so. It can't be no more than 8-9 minutes. Who was it that did it? It was like 90 years old. The dude off Star Trek.
Oh, right.
Leonard
Yeah.
No,
Nimoy?
no.
I don't know his name.
William Shatner. Yeah,
Oh, William
he did.
Shatner can do it. Anybody can.
Yeah.
Would
So,
you do it, Kevin?
I think so.
It'd be an
think so.
experience to talk about for sure.
I think so. I'd have to just know like who's.
Because how many people have been to space can say, I went to space?
It's the
Right.
no pilot. I'm not good. What if you just start going up and they just lose?
Wi-Fi signal?
Right, the Wi-Fi drops. Yeah, the Wi-Fi.
You have to turn on your hotspot on your phone.
If you're going up and the Wi-Fi drops, because once you get so far up, you're just going to head on out.
What if they run off a hotspot?
They could do that too, I guess.
Because Verizon says they go everywhere.
I mean, you're right. Wi-Fi goes down. That's what happened to us in Columbus. So for that whole cheer event. So I don't know.
I'd do it.
Okay, fine. I'll go.
I guess. See if you hook that up for us. I think
And it depends on who would be in there because,
Right.
I mean, you're in a small area. If somebody passes gas, it's curtains.
you think
There is no getting away from it.
yeah, Gail King's probably going to do that for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so you're stuck. She's like 70, but I guess if William Shatner can do it at 90,
Yeah.
Yeah.
anybody can
true.
do it. Yeah, all right. So along those lines, that led me to the next one, and it's Uber is starting to roll out even more of their driverless cars.
I know.
They're
I would rather
leaving-
go up in space than get
I'd
a
rather do that
driverless
than be in a
car.
driverless
They're
car.
leaving San Francisco. They're going to start rolling them out in like the 5 or 6 major cities
Oh, wow.
to see how they pick up.
Can you
So,
see how that's going to work out in Atlanta?
Oh, just
Can you see how it's going to work out in Miami?
running people over, and I've
Well,
seen
my-
where they're driving around in circles and all that.
Well, in Atlanta, I mean, I guess it would work because if you ain't got a driver, you can't get carjacked.
That's true. That's true.
Doors
So,
are locked. You can't
doors
get
locked.
in. You can't get out.
They're saying within 5 years, 25% of the Uber cars could be driverless if it works.
Okay.
My point is, you call an Uber, one shows up,
Right.
you're in a city. Are you getting in it
With no driver?
with no driver?
I'm not.
What
I'd rather
about-
take my chances in space,
So you'd rather take the rocket than getting the driver
Yeah.
than Uber?
especially in like a city like San Francisco, a city that big, a metropolis that big,
Yeah.
where people are crazy drivers anyway.
I don't see how they. I know you got all these sensors. I get how
Yeah.
how it works.
It's
But
supposed
you
to be.
seen some of these traffic jams?
Yeah.
No.
The reaction time's supposed to be faster than a human, which I don't see how. Because it's got to compute it all and then tell itself to swerve left or swerve right.
Right.
I don't know. I'm not in for that.
Well, yeah, but I think it's well, I don't think it has to send a message like
here's the thing.
through the car that you got to turn left.
If it's the end of the night and you need a ride home from the bar,
Yeah, does it really
you're
matter
like,
at that point?
I'm good. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Take me home.
So you're in the Highlands and you live here,
Mm-hmm.
which would be a good 40-minute Uber ride. You getting
Yeah.
in a wireless Uber and taking it here, or a
Yeah,
driverless?
I
Am
wish
I
would.
drunk or sober?
either or?
Sober, not a chance. Drunk, I'm all in.
Yeah, yeah. Take me home.
Safer than me driving it.
So that's what it's going to take.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Intoxicated.
Okay.
Is that fair?
Yeah. No,
Would you use it?
I think so. I would do that before I got in a rocket ship.
No, because I have trust in Verizon's Wi-Fi.
Yeah,
I'm good.
I don't know,
I've
man.
been in some shady Ubers with real people, though.
Yeah, I have too.
You know, and you're like questioning your
I
life.
got in one
like,
and this dude was burning incense in the middle of the Uber, and I'm like,
Was he looking at you in the rearview mirror?
Yes,
though?
we were in
That's
one in
the-
Nashville. Me, Beth, and I forgot who else it was, but the guy was there, and he was the inventor of the machine that makes the fortune cookies in China. The dude was so cool.
Wow.
So I didn't have this, but I almost put this on here.
Say that again.
So this guy invented the machine to make the fortune cookies, I guess, faster, more efficient.
And he's your Uber driver?
Yes, because he says he works 6 months and off 6 months. So the off 6 months he comes to the U.S.
Kevin, is he full of shit?
He wasn't with us.
I was not there.
You'll have to ask Beth, but yeah, he designed this and built this
Wow.
system. It was cool as can be.
Well, maybe the dude was full of it.
That's what I'm saying. Is
No, he was Chinese and everything.
All Chinese.
He was definitely
So if he's Chinese, he invented the wheel that makes fortune cookie
I'm
things.
just telling you, it was a believable story.
Did you ask him why the sayings are so terrible?
No, I didn't.
I mean, it's always like your lucky numbers.
Mm-hmm.
That's 50% of them
Yeah.
is your lucky numbers.
And then they're same lucky numbers.
It's the same
That is
thing.
too funny.
Or it's like, your day is going to be bright. It's
Yeah.
like doing a holiday greeting.
Yeah.
I didn't put it on here. I took it off, but that leads me to this one.
Mm-hmm.
There's a company that has created fortune cookies that you can send to people that you don't like.
I have seen something.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't fortune cookies. It was something else.
They do it a lot during Valentine's Day, but they put them in these cookies that are hearts.
Mm-hmm.
But it's along the theory of the fortune cookie. But it's like, I can't say
Says
something
some
on
mean
here.
stuff, yeah.
You can send them to like your exes or people that you hate.
Man.
Oh boy, give me that website.
And this deal has taken off big time
Genius.
because everybody's so angry anymore.
Well, yeah.
I mean, that's all it is.
We stay mad.
I-
We're in
every-
real estate.
Yeah.
I just mean in general. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
real estate will do that to you. But Shay and I was talking about the other day. I was like, everybody's just so mad anymore.
Mm-hmm.
It's
I'm like,
true.
what your TV, your phone, whatever you're on, everybody's angry.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Kind of cool.
I think more people are angry because they just stay on the news, and it's a lot of older people. Like my parents are just every time I talk to them, they're like watching the news all day long. I'm like, how can you watch the news all day long? No wonder you're angry.
It's on all day because it used to be you could only watch it from 6 to 6:30 while you was
Right.
eating dinner,
Yep.
and they had to cram.
And they
it
had
all-
11 o'clock news.
Right, and then they had to cram. Well, they get all the stories in they could, and then come 11 o'clock, you get the rest of them, like
Right.
Paul Harvey, the rest of the story.
That's right.
But now it's just on all the time.
Well, now you have all your cable networks that have all their news, and
Yeah.
that's a constant.
And nobody reports good news.
Oh yeah.
Nobody.
It don't bring headlines. It's clickbait.
It's just
No.
junk all day long, repeating the same thing.
They can throw it in your feeds and everything else, and it's
Oh,
just
yeah.
like the world's just falling apart if you go
I'm
about
gonna
it.
straighten her out though.
Who you straighten out?
The world.
The world? Are you?
Working on that now.
Yeah. Okay.
But he can't talk about it though.
Can't
It's
talk
confidential.
about it. It's personal.
I wish I could do. I'll do a podcast when he's not here, and we'll just.
Yeah.
I'll tell you his plans for straightening out the world.
Can't wait.
It's something. So happier news. Well, this ain't happy news, but if I said
I mean, we're gonna
This
be
is
angry
actually quite
again.
depressing.
yes, it is actually. If before today I said the name Carl Dean, would you know who that was?
Absolutely,
Yes.
Dolly Parton's husband.
Absolutely.
You would knew that before today.
Absolutely, 60 years.
Yep.
He's a very shy and introverted person and stays out of spotlight.
I had no clue who his name was. I
What?
knew she was married. I had no clue who his name was.
Oh, absolutely.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, I can't imagine. It sounds like some dude that just sits on the front. I'm thinking of the sausage guy, though.
Jimmy Dean?
The Jimmy Dean is who I think of when I hear that. So, but I had no clue.
He's been an inspiration to a few songs of hers, Jolene.
Jolene was about a bartender that was supposedly hitting on
Yep.
him
Uh-huh.
or something like that.
And there was another one that was kind of inspired for her, and he's actually on one of the covers of her earlier albums. Yeah, I mean, I've known who that is for years.
I had no idea.
Yeah. I couldn't pick him out of a lineup.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Does she like when she goes to these
I don't-
shows? Is he
I don't
there?
think he's been out in public
Yeah.
in years and
Does he
years.
not go on the red carpet stuff? And all that
No,
stuff with him?
no.
Why would you not?
I think he's just a very shy person and private person. And I did see today in the article that he's had battling Alzheimer's for a long time.
Oh, yeah.
Is it?
there
I
was
guess that's what he
something about
died from.
Probably. But back to that, how's this a happy story.
Well, the next one's happy.
I mean, you
Okay.
said here comes a happy
It's
story.
leading to my
Well,
next
he was
one,
thinking
which I
about Jimmy
like.
Dean, so maybe he loves
He was-
sausage.
maybe
We're about to find out.
He does like sausage.
Yeah, we'll cut out the part where
He loves sausage.
Kev, when I said happy, put in like
Leeks, sausage leeks.
put in miserable or whatever,
Tube sausage.
something like that. You're gonna get kicked off the PG one for that. Can I go to my happy one?
Yeah, about
Please.
time. I mean, I thought Dolly's husband dying was your happy one. I don't know.
It was going to be the one after that.
Okay. We're ready now. We're ready to get happy.
Man, I'm ready.
Can Dolly be the halftime of the Super Bowl?
That would be amazing. I'm all in on that.
Working 9 to 5. Yeah.
Right.
Something just like that.
Yeah.
I'm all in for Dolly.
I think that needs to happen.
That would be
Because-
He'll
awesome.
never will. We'll have
I don't know.
Kendrick Lamar again.
Well, she's got that album that she put out with all the different
because
people.
if you think
Like
about
a
all the
mix
people that would come perform
rock
with her,
album.
Oh, everybody.
it'd be everywhere from Snoop Dogg to Kid Rock.
Yep, sure would.
And
be.
everybody in between.
If Beyonce can win a CMT award for
Right.
best country album that never played on a country music radio station,
Right.
then Dolly can play the Super Bowl.
Yeah, because she's the only one country music that you could do right now.
Right.
Yeah, she's
Because there's not a
she's
person who
she's
has
in the,
one thing to
she's
bad
in the
say
Rock
about
and Roll Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Yep.
And did she ever put out the rock album
She
going to
did,
put out?
yeah. I mean, but she goes across many genres of music.
Yeah. I mean, she don't have to
I
rap.
could see it.
She don't have to rap and
No, but it tends to be all the Super Bowl is now.
I know, but that's
And I
what
know
I'm-
they're playing to their audience of who the
it's
majority of
the
watching.
halftime show's not for us anymore.
It's not. I mean,
You
the
know.
last halftime show that I
Wait,
thought
you
was,
mean old white guys? Oh, did I say old?
Yes. No, that's fine. That's not what it's for.
the last halftime show I thought was really, really good was Prince.
Yeah, when it started raining during
Yeah.
Purple Rain.
I mean, that was an amazing.
Yeah.
Janet Jackson, that was a good one.
And you know what our parents probably said? This ain't music. That you
Oh,
don't
absolutely.
need to
Sure.
bring
They're
in.
saying the same things we're
Right.
saying now,
I
for
mean,
sure.
Because for me,
Oh, my kids thought the halftime was awesome.
Yeah,
They were
absolutely.
rapping the
Yeah,
whole every
yes,
word.
Yes, yes.
but see, mine was like and they're in their 20s.
Yeah.
Was like, but did you catch the story?
Yeah, did you understand it?
No,
and
I
I'm
did
like,
not.
no, I did not understand the story.
Don't know the backstory. Don't know the front story. I don't
No.
know any of the story.
And I'm like, and I get it. I'm a like you said, I'm a 50-year-old white man.
We're now our parents.
This ain't for me. But can we, they'll probably never bring back the one I'd want to see would be like the 80s.
Yeah.
Bring
Right.
back all the 80s bands.
Oh, yeah.
Just line them up on 5 different stages. They each do one song.
Yeah.
There's your halftime
I'd be
show.
in for that.
Yeah, and you know how many people would hate it?
Everybody but us.
All the young kids be
Yeah.
like, oh, man, you said that's stupid.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody but us.
We
would
are
hate
now
it.
our parents.
Yeah, and that's of course, I guess everybody loves Elvis. I did.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
'Cause,
Yeah.
but when you look at
Bring
everybody
Elvis
else,
back.
bring Elvis back. Bring back an Elvis impersonator.
No, Elvis is at the Mexican restaurant every Tuesday.
That's true.
He's there in Hillview every Tuesday.
El Acapulco or whatever,
Yeah.
however you say it.
He needs to play the halftime show. That really is Elvis. He's hiding there.
How old would Elvis be right now?
Oh, man. He's got to be late 80s.
80s?
He
probably?
died the
74, is that right?
77,
77?
and he was 43 when he died. So
died on
he'd
a
be,
toilet.
yeah, be in his 80s. He could still be getting it done.
Still playing in Mexican restaurants?
Yeah. So he's in Hillview.
Yeah.
He's not in
Every
Graceland.
Tuesday.
Okay. Only on Tuesday.
Yep.
Okay.
He's got to drive back and forth from Memphis.
Yeah. That makes that
Yeah, he gets the fortune cookie Uber guy.
right. That makes exact. That would make sense.
Yeah.
It all comes together.
Yeah.
So, can we wrap up with how much money our wives are costing us on this flip?
Yeah, I'd be glad to. Well, actually, you can't really say that because they just saved us a ton. So you have to rethink that.
Before that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the one thing they did. But before that, we had a mutual agreement, and we had it all on text that we were going to not rip out one of the bathrooms. We're
Right.
going to wait.
Well,
till
the backstory is the bathroom had just been remodeled about a year and a half ago.
But
They didn't pick the best color combinations, but it was a good job and it was fresh and it was done.
Okay.
it's redone. It's just not what they would want for their tile, and we're trying to
Right.
tell them you're not moving into this house.
Yeah, but they have an
See?
eye for
There
it.
she goes.
So,
She's already team wives. But we're looking at it from perspective of the cost to tear out the bathroom just to.
Well, yeah. Are
Just
you going to
to-
make any money back on this? Is it going to make a difference?
Oh, you
Exactly.
can't use that logic.
No, because it does not work whatsoever with them. So we were.
You can't use that logic.
No, whatsoever. So I'm sorry, that just threw me off.
You see how professionally I handled that?
Right. I saw it.
That's what I do.
I wish I knew what was going on. It happened behind my back, so I don't know.
Yeah, you'll see here in just a second. But anyway, we had this discussion. We're going to make a decision on the front bathroom. So we all go over there to look at some of the updates, and one of them said, "We're going to tear out this half wall," and was like, "No, if we do that, we got to tear out the floor." And they
Right.
said, "We're tearing out the whole bathroom anyway."
Yeah.
And we were like, "No." So
No, we're not.
he starts reading text.
I got receipts.
He starts reading text where we all agreed that we were not tearing out the bathroom. And then they're all of a sudden like, no, we changed that. Was
They
like,
changed it when they were
did
having margaritas
when
one
did
night.
we change it? And so it just went to hell in a handbasket
Sure did, quickly.
quickly. Yeah. So
I was like, they kept saying, I'm like, you're wrong. Here's the text. Here's the receipts where you all said we're not doing anything.
Yeah.
Well, we didn't mean that.
right. We didn't mean that.
Okay.
I was like, okay, yeah, let's just add another $7,000 to the tab.
Right.
I mean, 7's not that bad.
No. No, it's really not, I guess. So, all right, that's all I got. for
Okay.
this one.
So we're going to wrap up
funny.
here. And, guys, make sure you check us out on YouTube and listen to the podcast on Apple Music or Spotify or Amazon Music or wherever you listen to your podcast at. And until next week, we'll see you.
Come back for more happy
And
news.
call us
Yeah,
when
reach
you're ready
out.
to buy or sell a
Yeah,
home.
reach out to us. Do something good to us. Later.
See you.
Bye.
Looking for your dream home or thinking about selling? At TC Realty, we make your real estate goals a reality. With over 25 years of experience and expert negotiations, we know how to close deals for you. Whether it's finding the perfect neighborhood, navigating the market, or selling for top dollar, trust the team that delivers results. Call TC Realty today at 502-905-5065 or visit us online at www.tc-realty-ky.com. Your future home is just a call away. TC Realty, a better way to buy and sell.